Before we get started, I do want to review XRP. This is something that I haven't been viewing previously, but this is something I'm gonna incorporate here and there, and just to see, what I'm saying, how the market is for it. So doing our top-down analysis, we starting at higher time frame, like always. And we see XRP is extremely bullish. We see we closed above both of the previous highs. So this was a high, then we made a lower high. Now this is a higher high. This is that line here. We closed above it extremely with this 1 month. And previously, back in 2017, this was the close high. And we're currently trading above it. So XRP is extremely bullish now. Of course, we haven't made it to the all-time highs just yet. All-time highs for XRP is $3.31, around that range. Currently, we're at $2.31. So we go down to our weekly time frame. We see that price had a slight pullback to price $2, and found support. And currently, it's buying from it. Actually, this week had slightly bearish momentum to it, but overall, we created a long wick exhaustions from the $2 price. And just like I mentioned, that $2 price is a psychological level. The previous psychological level, major psychological level, was 1. Then we had 1.5, so it'd be 150. Now our major psychological level that we want to pay attention to is 2. And of course, the next one above, if we want to, follow what we always say about boxing price in, the next psychological level between the range that we in, which is 2.3, 2.30 cents, is 2.5, $2.50, and $2. So we actually trading within that range. And like I said, just boxing in price, those are the key levels that we're going to be paying attention to. $2 and $2.50. Okay. We go down to our daily. We see, like I said, we're holding strong above this $2 level. We see when price make it down here, we get a long wick exhaustion pushing price up. Made it here again, pushing price up. Next one, made it here, price push up. And price, is following this trend. And we see it's making lower highs along the way. Lower high, lower high, lower high. This is some type of pattern. Not too much sure what kind of pattern it is. Might be a wedge, might be a flag, but it's some type of pattern where price breaks out. And if I'm not mistaken, being that price is using this $2 as a floor, I'm thinking that this is a bullish type of pattern. Okay, but like I said, we see prices making those series of lower highs, but finding support at this 2. Lower high, finding support at 2. Lower high, finding support at 2. Pricing up another lower high. And just following the pattern, we'll be doing the same thing, looking for price to find support at this 2 level again. If we make it back down here. But like I said, it's extremely too far out. We should really just be going based off what price is doing currently. And what price is doing currently is finding support at $2.22, basically $2.25. If you want to look at that another psychological level, which is a quarter level, $2.25, around that range. All right, and we go down to a 4 hour, and we'll get more detail. Let's go to the daily and turn our annotation back on. So, like I said, I have this floor of $2 right here. I have an alert down here, so when the price get down here, I'm actually gonna XRP at 2. XRP at 2. Price. We do it every time. The reason why I'm saying it is because it could be can be potentially a buying point for accumulating point for it. And the reason why I really wanted to record this, which we talk about investing, the markets. One thing I really hadn't gotten into is really that investment part, which is, when is a good time to buy, when is a good time to accumulate. And I kind of wanted to go into that. So like I said, we see that, lower highs. So we follow this trend line. Every time we make it to this trend line, we sell. If we jump down time frames, we see we have the downtrend we had right here. Resist, we broke above. We came back, found support at this previous lower high. So what I was been teaching or saying was a breaking structure. So this is just a retest of the breakup structure. So we see the structure was lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then we broke above this structure point, creating a new high and a new low, retesting that area what we previously broke. So that's why this zone here was drawn, and that's what it's doing. And if we jump down even further to our day, 1 hour, we see I had this trend line, this bullish trend line here, connecting 2 points. This is point 1, this is point 2, and price was extended from it. So we see how we have crosshairs or cross paths or a common point where price is headed. So remembering that our overall trend is trading down, is trading a wedge in a flag, whatever you want to call it. It hit this trend line and it started to sell. We broke all these lows and we place our field here. This is our point 1, this is our point 2. And post your correction, it comes back to this trend line yet again, reaches our 78.6 and trades down. Negative 27, then it pushes up, find resistance at the previous low that we was at, which is here, and so down again to our negative 61.8, which lined up with this breaker structure line, which also lined up with this line here for this uptrend. This is point 1, this is point 2. And the reason why I want to show this, because a lot of people are accumulating XRP. I'm an individual that also owns XRP, but when it comes to potential buying points, something like this. So when it comes to trading, you are usually in and out of the market. When it comes to investing, you're usually long-term. You're holding something for an extended time. When you're trading, you're usually in and out. Rather, whatever trader you are, a scalper, you know what I'm saying? You in for minutes, hours, scalping, just in and out. Those are the fastest orders, in and out, order fill, order close. Then you have day traders, people who are taking a trade and looking to execute their trade within that day. Some trades may take a few days. Intraday traders and swing traders are also other type of traders. Swing traders being the ones who will hold their positions for weeks to months, potentially years, or you might call those position traders where they might hold it for months to years. But at the end, you are closing a position. Those are traders. when it comes to being an investor, you're really looking to hold and accumulate and just over time not really having an exit plan. Of course, you're going to have an exit plan, but you're going to be holding these positions, not really looking for an exit. Um, and one thing I can say, just with my small knowledge that I do know, being a student, um, whenever you accumulate an asset like XRP, for example, and you sell XRP, that is something called a capital gain. Whether you make profits, it'll be a capital loss if you sell XRP with a loss. When you have a capital gain, it can be taxed. It's sustainable to be taxed. It's my first time saying that. I want to say that, but it's like it's gonna be taxed, but it's sustainable to be taxed. Hopefully, I use that in a proper manner. Um, and to avoid that, the tax, you will hold something. Just accumulating, as the value rises, um, your asset is growing in that way. So that's why you're really investing and holding. So the main reason why I wanted to bring it up, because I'm almost making like a shift in mind as far as being an investor. I've been having a trader's mind as far as just watching and really just buying things that like I said, sell high, buy low. Really buying things that is low. So my mind was set on 2, which is a valid point, valid price. My mind was set at 2. So when price get down here to 2, I'll be looking to accumulate more XRP. Here's the thing. What if I have this 2 price in my mind, and where we are now, which is 220, price made it here, and then it started to make this breakout heading to that next point, like I mentioned, 2.5, 250. Um, I would have just missed out on a good buying opportunity right here, looking at this cheaper price. If this was the current discounted price here, it's best for me to, pardon me, accumulate right here. If it's So let's just say if I had $100 I wanted to invest, for instance, or for an example, and I say, okay, if price get down here, so let's just say the whole $100 I'm willing to invest, not my last $100, and I'm gonna use some of the 100. I'm saying the whole $100. So let's just say if I say, okay, if price get down here to $2, I'm willing to invest the whole $100. That's my plan. I'm willing to risk that, and that's what I'm gonna do. But let's just say I said, okay, when price get here at 220, I'm going to invest, let's just say $60, $70. And so that means if price does get here and start to buy, I put some money in. I'm already invested into it. But if it comes down here, the remaining 30 or 40 is going to be invested here at this price. So that's more of the mindset that I'm having to adapt to now, because just being a trader, of course, taking a trade, you would have took it down to this point and closed your position in and out, or it would have been a situation where we got here and we just see what price does from here. Let's react to see what price does from here. Let's see if price do what it did, 61.8. Find support at this break structure is at this trend line again, retest and buy. Well, let's just see if it has some selling momentum, push through it, come back and retest and continue for the sale. Those are those moments where I would really say be a market executor. But when it comes to limit orders, um, I can see those being, just buying or accumulating an asset, whatever you may choose. So that's just one thing I wanted to throw out there into this video, that I am going to begin adjusting to. So just being an investor, again, get down here. Okay, this is our discounted price based off this current structure. Let's accumulate here. Okay, it gets down here. Okay, let's accumulate here. You know what I'm saying? And that allows me to be a frequent investor. And you know, same thing with these zones. The price start to break down below it. Accumulate here, accumulate there. You know, just accumulate in different levels. Um, and just go like that. So that's really all I want to share for XRP. But let's get back to our regular program with Bitcoin. Last time on Bitcoin, we was here. And Bitcoin did do what I said. I kind of, well, I wouldn't say kind of. It did do a break and retest. I was looking forward to come back and retest this trend line, but however, it did break under the zone, this price point, come back and retest and continue this sell. The same thing, just like what I had shared with XRP. You see, Bitcoin has wicked down to this low and start to push up. I actually have a price here for Bitcoin at it's about 92. Yeah, 92. So price get down here. I'm looking to accumulate more Bitcoin. Um, and like I said, those are the times where those limit orders come into play. Because you know I don't have to be at the market to look. I just see, okay, what's a good buying place that I would like to get in? Okay, 92. Okay, let's get some in 92. And same thing right here. So let's just say this is a trend line here, and I see price was starting to sell. Let's just say, okay, price get here. Let me just go and accumulate right here because I don't know if price is going to continue to break under and sell like I did and broke under, retest and continue to sell. It easily could have came to this point and continued up and bought. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's why I said that's where that ratio of how much you're willing to invest comes in. So let's just use that $100 example again. Bitcoin gets down here to 92,000. I'm willing to invest the entire 100,000. I mean, the entire $100 here. Um, but let's say if Bitcoin got to this point and just start to push up, I'm willing to invest $50 or 60, 70, whatever you want to do. And you know what I'm saying? Now you had that 30 to 40 to 60. I mean, not, 30 or 40. Yeah, 50 available for the remainder of the price. Continue to sell, gets down here. So I will say what I'm currently doing is I got it on schedule as far as Robinhood every day. It's buying, and it's really like at a set time to really have better control of my money. Doing it this way is the best way because you know it could do something like this. Then Robinhood, you know, fills my order somewhere up here, or just somewhere in the day where I would, you know, I could have got a better entry if I would have just set it at this specific price. And price got here, we got the notification, okay, it's gonna buy it. So that's how I will go about that. um, so next thing that we'll be looking for in Bitcoin is honestly, you know, just boxing in price. This 92 level, which is a major daily support level here. Every time price got here, up against the buy, it's trading in the range. Um, That's a price point that we want to be watching. And the next one will be, you know, this blue zone. Or really, if you want to do something much sooner, we could say, you know, this resistance here, which is 96,000, 95 to 96,000. See what price does around this range. That's boxing in price. So this price point right here, this support, break under resistance. So that area and this major level here. Let's do our top down analysis right quick. Honestly, I do like how it's looking. Um, I want to, in the market there's bulls and there's bears. Bulls are those that drive the market up, or people who are um, excited for the buys, who are enthusiasts of uptrending markets, those who trade the markets up, and bears are those that trade the market down, enthusiasts of selling markets or just the movement of the market. So when you think of bulls, you think of bulls attack up. That's how we learn, and bears attack down. So that's how you can remember bear bull market. Um, but just looking at this, like I said, the previous month we had this long week exhaustion, and this month we're actually starting to push down lower. Of course, it's 23 days left in this month. It's too early to say that we're going to continue selling, but just looking at what price is looking like based off the candlesticks, it's looking good for a continuation of the sale. The benefit of that is, like I explained, good buying opportunities, prices at a discounted rate. Okay, let's accumulate here. Let's get a lot here, a lot of Bitcoin here. Let's accumulate for a long-term hold. So, and when prices starting to go up, same process. Those are the times when we're actually gaining more, but there has to be a period where you are accumulating at a discounted rate, or when markets are going up, people are willing to pay a premium, which is, when the markets is up, you paying at a high. And like for instance, anywhere here in this month, let's just say 80,000. Okay, that's a high. That's an all-time high for Bitcoin. Now it's at a premium. You willing to pay that premium, knowing it's not at the discounted price, hoping or just knowing, or I just say hoping that price is going to get higher, which got to 100. So that's what a premium is. Premium is really at a high. So honestly, everything that we're doing up here is at a premium. Honestly, but we'll be looking forward to sales soon. We got this selling momentum. We see this bearish candle for the week. We got 4 days remaining, so still early. This day, we see we got this bullish, bearish engulfing. We see price still pushing down. We're starting to make a wick, so possibly could have been a good buying opportunity right here at this 92.65. But we'll just see what price does. Like I said, we can start to adjust with it, so we can have our areas of interest where I'm saying, okay, if that was the low 92.65, and it's not going to get down to 91 or 92 even, let's start to look what would be a next area for us to purchase that. Honestly, that's it. Not really trading Bitcoin, just using the charts as far as good times to invest, to accumulate, also to protect this asset. So if the market starts to sell, to protect my capital, I can easily swap it over to a stable coin where my value will hold at a steady pace instead of just depreciate. Then once I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm seeing the market starting to shift. It look like we're going to start to begin back into our bullish momentum. Let's switch it back to Bitcoin. We're just going to ride it out. All right, that's what we got for Bitcoin. So let's go on to bull. So just looking at this, we had support, we have a break. We didn't really retest it, but what we did is almost like a fake out. We got above this zone here, and we sold. Kind of made like a head and shoulders pattern almost, and began to sell. So still rejecting these highs. However, price is showing that it wants to continue higher. We didn't come back to this trend line just yet. However, we did break under. We are sitting under this zone here. We could potentially see price push down, get to this area, and then begin to buy from there. But we'll just have to see. We'll have to see what the market is doing and just react accordingly instead of just saying, okay, price is going to go up here. There's a chance price is going to go up from here. Price could easily break under, retest, and sell. The market does two things: goes up, goes down. Actually, three things. Three things go sideways. That is called consolidation. Let's see. And even if I put a trend line here, support, we actually did break under. So we'll just see what price is doing. We'll see if price is actually breaking under and going for the sale. Kind of gonna make this quick. But yeah, let's jump back to our monthly so we can get an overview what the market is doing. One thing that I am going to say, I may not do these top-down analysis, not so much, especially these, especially, pardon me, especially like the monthly. I mean, I can. The reason I said I wouldn't be doing this much because we're viewing it on a daily basis. I can see if it was on a weekly basis. Okay, a week can make 3 weeks make a month. So 1 week can truly tell us what a month candle is doing. But if we're looking at it from a daily, we can get an early sign, but we still have so much time remaining for it. So that's just one note I want to say to myself. You do want to look at the weekly though, because the week, this is how the week is going, and the week is going to close soon and happen much sooner than your monthly. And we've seen that price is starting to have some bearish momentum on this weekly. Made it here to these highs, starting to sell. Past few days, price going up, going down, going up, going down. Currently are below this low, so 25 minutes remaining on this daily candle, and it's looking like it's engulfing the previous 2 days price action. So could be an indication of a selling momentum coming in. But we just have to be mindful and just watch and see what the market does as always, and just react from it. React to it from there. And like we already said, we already went over this selling momentum. So what I want to do as a trader is set my alert for here. Just to see what the price does from here. This trend line, we start to get some type of bullish push up. We can see the trend start to continue higher. And we can take advantage of that. Going to gold. Again, haven't yet really fully gotten to studying gold, back testing, all those things, but just viewing the market, we'll see price is still in the uptrend, pushing up. So the next level that we'll be looking for is to reach this negative 61.8 or the top of this zone here, and just see how price reacts. It honestly could still push up, push higher, and then we'll be looking forward to hit this bearish trend line. But that's out too far, and if we box price in, honestly, our next level would be the support and resistance. So we're currently at a resistance here, and price is starting to sell from here. But we was to box it in, we have this high and we have this low. So pretty simple. You just want to watch those areas and just see what price is doing. So Instead of doing a month, let's do the weekly because we have how much longer? 2 days left in this week. So we see we having small uh, bullish momentum. Bullish mean prices going up. We have a small bullish momentum for the week. We see prices pushing up. Um, we actually are above these highs here. So impulse correction, continuation, correction, continuation. So we're in a continuation stage and prices pushing up. We're looking forward to that potential stopping point, which is telling us that we're in that correction phase next. And like I said, we are at this daily level here where it's resistance or price action. Well, I can't say it's resistance. It was usually support and resistance. But we are currently at this point here. Yeah, so that's all I do for gold. Um, then again, like I said, S&P 500, that's gonna be following gold as far as I study this, but just seeing what it's doing, just a lot of choppiness. Um, a lot of choppiness on this day. So the day is actually in the doji. Price went up, price went down. There's indecision in the market. It's not either way on the day. It's not a bearish day, a bullish day. It's an indecisive day. Price is in the middle. That's what this candlestick right here tells us. Weekly, still bearish on the weekly. Indecisive on the day. We still have 21 minutes for this day to close. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for all of our pairs. We included XRP in it today. And I believe it was good. There's always a lot of good information to be learned from this. Whether you're a beginner, whether you're an expert or advanced. You know, that's something that we always can learn from this. Like I said, I'm a student. I'm learning as I go. I'm much further than where I started. And I'm making that transition. Hey, thank you for showing up for yourself.